Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do any of them. So I think that's about it. No, no, no. Like, same offer. No. I said no once. I'm gonna say no twice. I'm gonna say no 3 fucking times. So now you added a 5th. Off and Oilers for 4th. What, 7.85 for 3 years? $13.5 for Gavin McKenna. Or 2 point whatever for you. I feel like we should just stick it out with him. We need a little bit more. That's the issue. $15.75 for 2 years. Like, how's our decor looking like? 7-2-3-2-3. Is he gonna be ready in like 2 years? Forward wise, I honestly 6, 10, 11, 12. I don't think he's gonna be really cracking it anytime soon. If you got a long ass fucking lineup for him to even go through, great, sir. I mean, I honestly don't think both of them will be cracking NHL lineups soon. And then that Winch, whatever guy, I can just flip. I think he was a center. Wait, I have an Adams first. Philly, Pittsburgh. He's going to Philly. He's going. Amazing deal. Okay. For him. No, we don't have the cap space. No. 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 So Couture and Ham. Actually, I would rather Lang up here. I think that's how it's gonna be. Cole and these two. 80. Well, if that's the case, And I feel like our captain's gotta be... Oh, that's not even captaincy. Like this year we would. But not... $6 mil for 1 year. So there's still a couple good defensemen and stuff like that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would have to be going back to Pittsburgh. Or 18. I think we got to give up our first for this year. We do. First for this year and a first for next year. How about a first for this year and Detroit's second for this year? Let's see what the RFA sheet says. So this guy at no, this ain't right. Say 8 mil, which would be this year's first and third, which I would totally do. And this guy for 1 year. $7 mil, which is going to be this year's first and third. I could easily get that back. So first off, we're going to start with this guy. $8 mil for 1 year. With a defenseman and a forward coming in. I guess they could just sit on our injuries or our healthy scratches. John Cooper. Season goal. And then that's it. Just a season goal. Okay, so we got him. Pittsburgh. Carolina's second. LA's third. Our second for 2038. Over to Pittsburgh for our first and our third. I was giving you guys a lot more than that. So, Disney outside. One moment. Back up. Back up. Hey, back up. So does it feel like this guy's gonna be going though? Like gone? Third and a fourth. Third and a fourth. So Detroit. Boston, Detroit, Toronto. We see Detroit on our list. Toronto and Boston. Now, either one of these two teams can go. We'll go for this year's first. And this guy can go slot in right here. I feel like how that's gonna roll. The 80 can go down, I guess, yeah. Couple roster moves here and there. Not there. Free agency. RFAs. $6 million for 1 year, which is this year's second. You don't want to accept it? I'll play dirty. I'll fucking play dirty. Do you want to play this season or not? $6.75 for 1 year. And does it drop down to just a second? $6.45 for 1 year, and it's just going to cost us a second. If he does not accept that, then that's on him. If he does, well, thank you. And I guess we didn't need her backer first. What? Where did you get that 6.4 from? Whoa. That's such a bait, bro. What? They didn't have that much. Whatever. Back to the drawing board we go. So we gotta come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 forwards, 4 goalie, or 12D, I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 3 more forwards could work. I think that's what we're going to do, is just sign 3 or 4 or 6 more forwards. We could take this guy. No need for him though. How old is that Lehkonen guy? Yeah, we have no use for him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. sign like 2 more defensemen. One. Two. Right? I feel like that's good enough. I felt like Pittsburgh did some maneuvering, right? So to fit him under the cap space, which is kind of crazy just to think about. Right? Just to think about is that they probably did some maneuvering just to get acquired and back, pretty much. Five and 3, so we'd be just saying same. I'm looking for like 5 and 4 or 5 and 5. So what if I moved you up? 5 and 3 is what we already had. $77. 79. Oh, Slaney does have a better face-off, so an 80. And then how about shot? 3.5 stars. Yeah, Claymore is definitely on that side. Your lefty. Lefty. 61's 80, so Ness is going to be draw. And shot-wise is 3. And you're 4, so yeah, you're automatically over there. You're automatically over there. So this is what we want. And this is what we want for D. Power play. That's a forward, 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 forward. So what if we throw in Lang? Claymore's in and Lang's in for 90s. So what if we throw in? Sure. So make sure. And then here. Is an 80 draw. Yeah, that's their best draw. So Slaney needs to be in. Couture's in. That's a right shot, so we would like a lefty. At an 87. Sure, McClare. Do you technically slot in after? Sure. That's what I only care about, is that, right? So let's get her done. New season, new us, guys. Let's go. Scouts are ready. Our draft picks are ready. Don't think I gotta fight for making the playoffs. I don't think. We don't really have to. We'd like to, though, but. I think we gotta sign this guy first. Alright, so. These guys don't even worry about. Carolina's number 1, Florida's number 2, Colorado's number 3. Whalers are number 9. So I'm 3 months into the season. Wait, I need to do our captaincy and stuff like that. And I forgot to do that. So McKenna. Lang. Claymore. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So that's 1 month, 2 months. In between St. Louis and Edmonton Oilers, which is one of my favorite teams, is Edmonton. Well, Edmonton is my favorite team, so. Mikey Anderson could get sent down. Or, not get sent down. Cole can get called up. Hey, you're making more. Hey, you're making more. Yeah, and also, sorry guys, I've been streaming Minecraft. I just gotten bored of it. I just started a new world with my nephew. Cause, yeah. Cause the wait times on the other stuff is ridiculous, like 17 hours. It's kind of boring playing by myself. Yeah, at 11 I'm gonna watch Canada, so which is in like an hour and a half. I'll be watching Canada play against Morocco, which I don't really have high upsides for, sadly, but I think our World Cup is done here against Morocco. I think Morocco's moving on to a round of 8, unless if there's an upset, which is very possible, but not very likely. A red card to their best player. Davies fucking can play the full game or whatever. We'll be fine. There's 2 Swiss goalies that are supposed to go in the top 5 for goalies. There are 2 Swiss goalies, a Canadian, a Belarus, and a Russian. I like how Colt fit in with our lineups there. So I feel like we're going to call him up again. Adam Fantilli. No, I guess he just got hurt, hey. Gear 31. How are these seconds looking like? Like it's supposed to be like high first. Yeah. High, technically low first. If they were going to be high thirds, and yeah, I would have given away. How are we losing games? Sawyer McClare, that's a defenseman. Like we're 2-2, or 4-2-2. What the fuck? How? Defense is so hard to fucking find. This is kind of a huge trade. A prospect for 85 Cole Sillinger, a 78 Jake O'Brien. I think we had him like what last year, a couple years ago, yeah. Which he didn't. Oh no, he played in the A. And then Joe Valeno. Well, anyone would be Cole Sillinger. I'd be giving up like a prospect and a second for Cole Sillinger, and then a second for Montreal's third, Jake O'Brien and Joe Valeno. Cole Sillinger, I might come around to you if you're still available at the draft. Or not the draft, the the trade deadline. That's what I meant to say. It's trade deadline. So prospect and a second for Turcotte. No. 8-0 against Calgary. 2-0 against Anaheim. Whoa, wait. I forgot to check out our trophies from last year, I think. San Jose, Toronto, San Jose, New York Islanders, Matthews with Art Ross, Matthews with Hart Memorial, Adam Fox with James Norris, Draisaitl with Lady Bing, Ruba with the Calder, which is our goalie, Campbell with Conn Smythe, Kuba with the Vesna, and the William and Jennings, so he's cleaning house. Quinn Hughes with the Bill Masterton, Rangers goalie or coach with the Jack Adams, Nelson with the Frank J. Selke, Matthews with Ted Lindsay, and the Maurice Richard. Like, what numbers did he post last year? Then. That's nuts. 922? And right now he's on pace to shatter his last year's record. Like, he had mid numbers. Like, his first year, shitty, better, not better. No, it's only 9 games in. I understand. But even, like, the AHL is totally different. Going good, shit, and then shittier. I don't know. Let's see. Well, for 9 games in, you're almost 500, broski. Pick up your socks. "5-2 win against Florida, 5-2 win against Nashville, 7-2 against Vegas, 4-3 win against San Jose, 4-2 win against Philly, 2-1 loss against Minnesota, which ain't bad, 3-2 win overtime win against LA, 3-2 win against Colorado, 1-0 OT win against Devils, 3-2 win against Washington, 4-3 L against Detroit, 10-4 win against, I think, Winnipeg, I think that was. I think it was 10-4. I know it's against Winnipeg. But let's see. Irvine is medium elite 2 bar, so which is huge. Being the only goalie. Yeah, 10-4 win against Winnipeg. 4-3 win against Tampa. 3-1 win against Islanders. 4-1 win against Boston, I think it was. But McLaren is down. So I'm gonna call up to Chuck. I'm hoping that's our bottom pair. Yeah, 4-1 against Boston. Whoa. I want to see these scores. 3-2 loss against Chicago. 6-4 win against Montreal. 5-4 win, OT win against Rangers. Because that's what happened, is because I went all like heavy at the drafts, or not the drafts, the trade deadlines, and then I had no prospects, no picks, no nothing, right? 5-1 win over Anaheim. 6-2 L against Toronto. 4-3 shootout win against Dallas. 4-3 loss against Ottawa. 7-3 win against St. Louis. We are sitting right now in second place, behind no other than the Minnesota Wilds at the moment. But we got to talk about some contract extensions. This is the main guy right here. $2.25. Yeah, 2.25 for 8 years with modified no trade clause, which is 4 teams. We'll give you a 1 year. $1.05 million for 1 year. $8 million. Oh, so it looks like he's not coming back. Just the Columbus game here. Uh, 3-0 win against Edmonton, 2-0 against Buffalo, 4-3 shootout win against Utah, 3-2 win over Seattle, 9-1 win against Carolina, 6-2 win over Pittsburgh. 3-0 loss to Vancouver. 4-3 overtime win against Calgary. 4-3 overtime win against Florida. And I think we're all caught up to date there on that behalf. This season's just been turning around very smooth. I'm like, we're 4-2, like 4-2-2. Like we're like a 500 team, and maybe, but I feel like our third line's better than most, but our fourth line's 100% better than 90% of the league. Like with 81s, 82s on it. Our bottom pair D-man, 86 I think it is. Yeah, we should be winning games. I don't care. Win games. We gotta win games. Same thing. The only way we're moving our first is if we find a player that we like. In like the top 20 or whatever. I guess in the first round. Because we don't want to move our first and then it turns out to be a medium elite. And to be honest, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Right? So this is how I'm gonna do it. But we can't. I could do it here because all I gotta do is like this. Right? And then here, Forstrom. I just seen Forstrom as soon as I went to scout. Mare. Wow. Well, Teravana dropped, but the Russian and Piper, I think it is. Yeah, Piper is now 2-bar medium elite, 2 to 3 bars, which is very solid. Hi Amber, hi sweetheart. 5-2 win against Nashville, 3-1 loss against Vegas. 7-1 loss against San Jose. Chuck is getting sent down because that loss is brutal. Feely fires their head coach and we spanked them 6-1. We lose 6-5 into shootout with Minnesota, 4-2 loss against LA, 6-2 win against Colorado, 4-2 L against New Jersey. 5-2 win against Capitals. 4-3 win against Detroit. 5-2 win against Winnipeg. Carter Bear. Yes, I know that's your name, Bear. I'm not calling you. 83 overall at 8.1 million. No thanks. Let's call it Cole. Five-two win against Winnipeg, 5-1 win against Tampa, 5-4 win against Islanders, 3-1 win against Boston. He's hurt again now. Cole gets a call up again. Four-three win against Chicago, 1-0 win against fucking Montreal. Blank up against Rangers. 3-1 loss against Rangers. We're sitting with 93, which is second in the NHL. Wilds, how are you so good? Oh, not edit lines. Boldy, Rossi, Savoy. My forward core's better than that. I feel like our D core is better than that. But their goalie's definitely better than us. She's posting like 220s for us, or 920s. 904. I forgot to do something. I was like, wait. Ouch. Trade alert. Minnesota traded. Not very nice contracts. Sillinger and Gooley. Could come in for him and our first. How about our second also? Rangers third and Pittsburgh's third. That's brutal. That is so brutal. There could have been a couple more trades that I could have done, but I didn't really want to. We picked up 2 forwards and a demon. But I'd like our entire team to be healthy. I guess, to be honest, that top line's not getting switched. And we know exactly who belongs here. Like, as soon as we see 79 on the first line, it's like, yeah, you do not belong here. So okay, there's that. I'm just hoping that there's like no injuries. Wait, who returned Helen up? Or Demon? So our hurt is Lekanen, or just that guy. And then we can actually take an actual photo of our team. Crazy. These good. Six, 7-6 win over Toronto. 7-4 win over Columbus, I think it was, just the day before trade deadline. Yeah, no. Because in order to sign you, I'd have to get rid of Sleeve. Just to sign you. Or trade Gooley, which is a good chance. And then, like, Johnson. Right. Gooley and Johnson. And then this guy. We're going to make some trades at the draft. So. Okay, so this is actually our lineup. Which is kind of gross. Just to be thinking about. We need a couple upgrades, cheap upgrades, just like our first and 2/3, which ain't bad. 4-2 L against Ottawa. 3-2 L against St. Louis. 6-3 L against Oilers. We gotta start winning. 5-0 win over Buffalo. Like, we gotta start winning games, guys. Like, do we just, if we end up getting the first overall, do we just move down a couple spots, get there first, and like a second for next year? Because we don't need prospects. Just move down, just where we can get that medium elite guy, and then if 2 medium elite guys falls to us, then trade that one, or trade it down again, and just keep on doing that and that, like that, on and on. I think that's what we do. You know what? I think that's what we do. Defensive defenseman, Forstrom. Whoa, 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 whoa. 20 years old. Where's the ball? Bear Bear. Come here. Bring me the ball. Where's the ball? Where's the ball? Go get the ball. Go get the ball. Piper is a gem, so 4-1 against Utah. 5-1 win against Seattle. Four 3 shootout win over Carolina. A 5-3 win over Pittsburgh. 6-2 win over Vancouver. 4-2 win over Calgary. 4-1 loss to Florida. 5-4 loss to Nashville. 5-4 shootout win over Vegas. 6-1 loss to San Jose. Or the 7-2 win over Philly. 5-2 win over Minnesota. And 2-1 loss over LA. Now it's the playoff time. Now, Calgary's lineup compared to ours. I know it's EA. I know whoever says, oh, I got the better line, or whatever, great. I'm gonna lose. So, Brad, our line's better there. Second line, ours is better. Third, ours is better. Fourth is ours is better. D-man. Whoa. Ours, and then probably goaltending's ours also, yeah. So we're probably gonna end up losing, which should not be possible with our lineup compared to theirs. 7-1 win. Game 1. Perfect. 5-2 win. Perfect. 2-1 shoot overtime win. And 7-3 win. We won in 5 against Laval Rockets. Now we're off to Syracuse, I think it is. Crunch or something. One nothing win. 4-1 win, 3-0 win, 2-0 series lead, 2-0 loss. Game 1, 3-1 win. Game 4, loss, 3-1. Oh, I forgot to show San Jose lineup. Their top line's good. And their second line. And their third line. And their fourth line. Okay. Their defense is a bit weak. A bit weak. You have two wingers playing D. Okay. Their goalies are good. Oh, I don't want to do this. 5-2 win. We're up 2-0 in the series. Who got put in now? Johnson. Game 5 against the Syracuse Crunch. 1-1 after 1. 2-0. Or 2-0. 1-1 after 2. 2-1 the Crunch. 2-2 power play goal by us. It's coming down to the halfway mark of the third period. Power play us. Scores! We're up 3-2 with 5 minutes to go. 3, 2, 1. 50 seconds, and I think we've won. Yeah, we move on to the conference finals, I think, now, in the A. Or the finals. Whoa. Wait a minute. Okay, yes. So the conference finals, yeah. I was like, wait a minute. So we're up. What is it? 2-0 on them. 3-1 win, 5-2 win. Fourth 3 win us. The Penguins, I can't remember where they're from. 4-2 win. Us, and game 4, 8-5 win. Nice. Let's go. That 80 overall forward. Let's see if we can do some switcheroos. You can definitely move up in 81. So we've won N. 4-2 win us in the A. 3-2 overtime win in the A. 4-2 L in the A. So in the A, we're up 2-1 in the conference finals. Ness, are you actually in the lineup? Yeah, so you are. Ness is in the lineup. I was like, are you in the lineup? Is a 6-3 win. We're up 3-1 in the conference finals in the A, 0-0 in the conference finals in the N. We're gonna go find out for the N. We're versing the Minnesota Wilds. Boldy, Rossi, Savoy. I feel like our team forward-wise is better. Defensive-wise, we're better, I feel. But goaltending, they're better. Wallstead and Gordon. No, then we're better. We're a better team then. Hypothetically. Is and will win the series is two different stories. Minnesota. 9-4 loss. Goddamn. S 3-1 loss. Game 2 of the conference finals for NHL, 4-1 win. Game 6. 5-3 win. We're off to the Calder Cup in the AHL. 6-1 loss in the A or N. Game 4, 3-1 loss. We're versing the Chicago Wolves. 4-3 overtime loss. Four 3 overtime win. Huge. 2-0 win for the Burnaby Aces. Game 6. And we just got shit pumped. 7-1 and 9-4 and 6-2. How are we letting that up? So anyways, game 3 against the Chicago Wolves. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-3 overtime. 4-3 win and 4-1 win against the Chicago Wolves. Game 5 of the Calder Cup. This would be our first ever if we end up winning this series. 2-2. 4-4 at the end of 2. "5-4 Chicago Wolves. 10 minutes left. Power play us. They killed it off. 6-5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 5-4 loss. That's tough. Like, even that, really. How are we letting up 5 goals? Game 6. 3-1 Chicago Wolves. 3-2 Chicago Wolves at the end of 2. Power play us. They killed it off, Chicago did. 3-3. 4-3. "4-4. Canada's on in 18 minutes. Got to get this done in 18 minutes. Free agency and all that lovely stuff. Were you there? Hold on, I'll be right back. 4-4, 54 seconds left in Game 6 of the Calder Cup. Is that a wooden stick? Hold on. Is that a wooden stick? Yep, that's a wooden stick. Yeah, like you can tell this is not realistic because what year is this? Like 2036 or something? There would be no way in hell the guy's gonna be using a wooden stick. 2.6 seconds left. That's game. That's game right there for Chicago. We got a game 7, guys. .8 seconds left. That's huge. And we lost game 6. That's brutal, guys. Game 7. Back-to-back games we lost by 1 goal. All of the games they've won is 1-goal games. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? 1-goal games. Three 1 us. 6-1 us. We're done. We wanted to win on home ice. We're done. 6-2. 6-3. .38 seconds left in the third period. We're up 6-3. Not very likely they're going to end up scoring on us 3 goals. We are a higher rated team. Well, technically they are. 40 seconds left in the third. 6-3. We're up. How's Strugglewick still in the net? Did they just pull him? Or is it just showing me an old... Oh no, they're just showing me it. Which makes no sense. Yeah, pressure him, pressure him. Is that who I think it is? Is that actually Sergey? Oh no. I was like, wait a minute. That guy would be like 50 fucking years old. Right? So. And the Burnaby Aces are your Calder champion. Well, we are the College Cup champions. We are the AHL champions. NHL. We lost to Minnesota, which I kind of hope Minnesota doesn't win. Carolina wins, so we stay at 5. We got 9. We got 11. We gotta do this quick. So we have 5, 9, 11, and 17, and then on and on. Viewer Tyrese, Makar, Hughes, Forsberg, Kaprizov, Lorkin, Konechny, Hintz, Flaherty, Dobson, Millsad. Solid fucking pool. Valesky, Sorokin, Skinner, Dostal, Ingram. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. 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 I'm just in wows. Here though, we ain't gonna trade down because we want Jen Dawes. Here at pick number 9. Let's see if we can just trade up on the other side of our first. So the 12th and a 3rd and a 6th for next year coming back to us for the 9th. Remove the 6th. What a 3rd? How about a 6, 2 6s? How about just a 6? A 7th? So we are gonna select him. A high, bro. Two bars and they or 3 bars. We need to pick like 23 and 22 about. No, not us. We want the Calgary pick. We're going to give you the 17th Calgary for your 23rd and a 3rd for next year. How about a 4th for next year? How about a 5th? Or 6th, I guess. Because you guys don't have a 5th. So a 6. There's a medium elite. Gone. And I think that was one of ours, yeah. Kelton Davidson, bro. So we want pick 75. No, we're going to go with pick 73. Left winger, we're going to go pick with 130 with the goalie. Here we're going to go pick 153 at a center. Pick 203 goalie. Uh, 114 left winger. 124 lefty. Sounds good to me. We're gonna trade this to like Pittsburgh or something. We're gonna trade the 23rd, 24th, 26th, 27th, and 28th pick over to the Nashville Predators. Actually, I'd rather late first, like buyer first. The 23rd and 28th is heading over to Anaheim for a first and a third for next year, and a fourth draft capital. We're gonna sim that like so like refreshes. Buffalo is gonna get the 24th and 32nd pick in this year's draft for a first and a second for next year. Calgary's a buyer, or certified buyers, so we're going to give them the 26th and 27th for their first rounder next year and a second. How about a third instead? How about just the first? Okay, so they say no. So the 26th, 27th, and 29th for their first for next year, second for next year, and third, Edmonton third. So remove Edmonton's third. They're saying close to value. So Calgary's first, Edmonton's third, Calgary's third, and Calgary's fourth for next year. Remove the fourth. That's a haul. Let's go. Chicago gets the 38th and 60th for their first and third for next year. No, first and fourth. How about just their first? They said no. Nah, dog. How about the 79th also? They say yes. Columbus gets the 44th, 80th, 84th for their first for next year. They say yes. So let's do a couple selections here. Left wingers. And this guy here, perfect. Let's see if that late rounder is going to be anything special. Yes, he is. So our next pick is 114. So 30 and 30. Wait. Oh, 33. 66, 99. This should be 99. 100. I don't think we have that pick at 114. We do have 115 though. So we can take the left winger here, lefty here, goalie here, and center here, and then we just trade for a, yeah. Making some selections here. Wait, the 6th. That's gonna be a late 5th. Like around the 16th? Sure. I mean, so I'm gonna trade the 17th for 199th. So 148th and 199th. Now they're gonna be like, nah. I ain't trying to get fleeced here. If he's medium elite, oh, or even that. Phillies? Okay. Ooh, I gotta make some moves, that's right. Like all these signing rates. No. How about just 2041 7th? How about 2041 6th? Solid. Okay. So we gotta move on from a couple guys. Preferably a buyer team. We actually could get like a first out of it. Okay, so Gooley, Johnson, this guy. You sure? No, I'll keep you. Just them three. Over to New Jersey for their first. LA's under the cap. So we could just take back 3 players. and a third. A bit low. How about a seventh? Boom. We just got $11 million in cap space freed up. Just like that. Um, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that this draft. Even 2.6, you know, I'm happy with that contract. Just got to get these two more going, more pumping, you know. So oh so good can, because I'm gonna be moving on from him like next year. So actually, yeah, that's it. Gonna be it for this video. Peace out.